The moment you're arrested, the first 60 seconds decide whether you walk into court with a strong case or whether you've already destroyed it yourself. Most people panic and say things that come back to haunt them later, and by the time they hire a lawyer, the damage is already done. So if you don't want to make that mistake, watch this video till the end, because I'm going to reveal exactly what to say and what not to say the moment those handcuffs go on. Hi, my name is Landon Vance, and I share valuable information like this with my audience every day. So if you haven't followed, follow for content like this that can save you thousands of dollars from being wasted on court fees and fines. Now let's get into the reactions that people have in those first few seconds. Reactions that quietly destroy their entire case. The worst thing most people do is start explaining themselves right there on the spot. Officer, I can explain. This isn't what it looks like. Under the Fifth Amendment, you have the right to remain silent. But the moment you start talking, you waive that protection voluntarily. Every word becomes admissible statement, and prosecutors don't need much. One inconsistent detail between what you said at arrest and what you say later in court is enough to damage your credibility in front of a jury. Another mistake people make is arguing about the arrest itself. You can't arrest me, I didn't do anything. Doesn't matter how right you are. Under most state laws, resisting or arguing during a lawful arrest, even if the arrest itself is later proven wrong, can still add a separate charge like obstruction or resisting arrest. You can be completely innocent of the original charge and still get convicted of the new one you created by arguing. A lot of people also think answering basic questions is harmless. Where were you tonight? Who were you with? These questions feel like small talk, but they're part of the interrogation the moment you're in custody. That's exactly why Miranda rights exist. Anything you say, even before you're formally read your rights in some situations, can still be used depending on the circumstances of the arrest. But the biggest mistake of all is talking to try to get sympathy. Telling the officer about your family, your job, your situation, hoping he'll go easy on you. Once you're arrested, the officer's job isn't to decide your fate. That's the DA's job and the court's job. Sympathy doesn't change your charges. It only adds more personal information into an official record that a prosecutor can later use to build a timeline or contradict your story. Now you might be thinking, if we're not supposed to say any of that, then what are we supposed to do? Here's exactly what you need to do, step by step. The moment you're arrested, you say calmly, I am exercising my right to remain silent and I want a lawyer. Then stop talking completely. Not just about the incident, but about anything at all. That's it. Not one more word. Why does this work? Because the Fifth Amendment protects you from self-incrimination, and the Sixth Amendment guarantees you the right to an attorney. Once you invoke both clearly and directly, officers are required to stop questioning you about the case. If they continue anyway, and you've clearly invoked these rights, anything obtained afterward can potentially be challenged and thrown out in court. As soon as you're able, and only with your lawyer present, write down every detail you can remember. The exact time of arrest, what was said, badge numbers, patrol car numbers, and any witnesses present. This is the information your lawyer will use to identify procedural mistakes, inconsistencies, or violations that could get evidence suppressed or charges reduced. This is general legal information, not legal advice. For your specific situation, consult a licensed attorney in your state.